I'll let you guys know. The first anime that I recognized was an anime, like specific term anime, and not like cartoon or anything. Was Fairy Tail actually? It's among my first. Like that's one of the older ones I remember. Because the first ones I remember is um like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Prince of Tennis, Dragon Ball Z, and like Naruto. But the first one that I recognize as an anime is Fairy Tail. Because all those other ones I thought were just like general cartoons because they were on the TV and like with all the other cartoons. Fairy Tail's not good, but I remember vividly like watching Fairy Tail. I loved it. Watching the fight scenes and everything were great. But like looking back on it is like, ooh. With the in hindsight it's bad, but like I still love it. Like it's like one of those trash animes they just watch for fun, kicks and giggles, or just to enjoy the time. When I say trash, I mean the story. Like the animation was fine, the fight scenes were cool. I loved Fairy Tail. I was literally obsessed with it when I was a kid. Like don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But the story and like the bullshit friendship, and the bullshit friendship kind of gets old. As a kid, like you don't notice all the bullshit friendship. Well, you do notice all the bullshit friendship, but it's okay. It's like it fits or it works as a kid, but as an adult, it's oof, it's a lot harder to bypass. The power of friendship. That's literally how Natsu wins every battle. Natsu is just pissed off Naruto. Oh, okay. Well, my bad. I've read that wrong. This is true. But this is why I say this for Naruto as well. This is why I say for this for Naruto as well. Looking back at it, it's not as good. It's not as bad as Fairy Tail because literally Fairy Tail is just like the story isn't there. The story really isn't there, and like a lot of the stories, kind of like never like established or anything. Naruto at least has like an established story, and like some like really some pretty good tropes here and there, and some very good themes here and there as well. Yeah, Naruto has more depth. Um, but like, of course, the reason why I say looking back at Naruto, it's like it's not as good as it is. It's or as many people say it is. Like it's not one of a great, not like one of the greatest show of all time. Um, is because like they bullshit so much shit, and it's like, ugh. But I will say this. I will say this. I will say this. Shippuden was worse than original Naruto. Shippuden is definitely worse. Well, I mean, it's hard to say, but like Shippuden as a story is worse than Naruto, the original Naruto, excluding all the freaking filler and whatnot. Shippuden should have ended at Pain. Let me just say that at Pain, Shippuden should have ended. Everything else kind of just like kept dragging on. The addition of Obito and like Madara. Madara was an established like he wasn't super established, like he wasn't super clear. There I think there were a few mentions of like how there was a great Uchiha called Madara and everything like beforehand, but Pain was like the established Akatsuki, which was established in Naruto. They added Black Setsu, and then they added Kabuto, and then they added Kagura. And it was just like the entire storyline with Pain was great. It was a great clashing of ideals because Pain was what Naruto could have become. Like Madara, this is why I say Madara is understandable. Pain it should have ended at Pain. Madara was understandable. Kagura is garbage, complete like left field. No build up, no nothing. Like I find it such bullshit too, cause you wanna know what's a funny thing that they did? So okay, in the flashback where Hashirama beats Madara. In that flashback, before Kagura was even a thought, before Black Zetsu's like big scheme was even there, I am 1,000,000% sure. Hashirama looks to the sky because that's dramatic effect. That's simple dramatic effect that everyone puts in like in every anime. They changed that to be him sensing Black Zetsu. And I was like, that is bullshit, all right? You fucking know that is bullshit. Bleach is better. Bleach is better. I can't necessarily agree with that. Bleach is good for the fact that it knows it's not trying to play like super hard on the story. It knows like the characters are cool, the fights are cool. Just watch and enjoy, and that's what I like about Bleach. Ichigo as a character is not that great of a character. Then again, a lot of shonen characters aren't that great of characters. Ichigo is like the standard good protagonist. But yeah, he's just general good boy. The same thing can be said about One Piece, which I love One Piece, of course. The same thing could be said about One Piece. It's like Luffy has such a simplistic ideal, and like he's such a good boy, and his ideals are never challenged. And I can understand that, but the story isn't about his ideals being challenged. It's like his dreams being challenged. Every battle is a battle of dreams, and like what you're willing to do to obtain your dreams. Not a battle of ideals necessarily. Like there are some battles that are battles of ideals. In One Piece, his ideals are being used in the story to change the people that he needs. No. Nug. Here's the thing. Here is the thing, okay? JoJo Part 1. JoJo Part 1, Jonathan Joestar. Not that great. Jonathan has the same issues as a lot of other stories where it's good boy, because boy is good, boy does good things. Part 2, Joseph. I love Part 2. Part 2 is a great show. Part 2, Joseph isn't necessarily the best person. No, he is a good person. It's just his methods. His methods and the way he fights is what makes it good, because inside he's a good person, but he uses like he's not prideful, he's not any of that. He schemes his way through battles. He uses his head, and he wins no matter what. And that's what he needs to do, because if he doesn't win, then they're dead. And that's what makes it so fun and so good, because it's such a subversion of like the good boy that was Jonathan. Part 3 was bad. Kujo is such a bland character. Like, don't get me wrong, he's cool later, but right now he's so bland, and it drags on. But the Dio fight was chef's kisses. It was amazing. Part 4, absolute amazing part. What was it? Yoshikage Kara, great villain. I'm not even gonna say much about Yoshikage Kara because he's just a great villain. Part 4 also puts in so much more emphasis, or like not so much more emphasis, but builds up Kujo while building up the other JoJo, which I forgot his name, Yusuke. Seven Deadly Sins. If you're trying to compare JoJo to Seven Deadly Sins is a good fucking show. Seven Deadly Sins is fucking good, okay? The animation is absolute garbage, but it's a good fucking story. So shut your fucking mouth. No, I'm kidding. But JoJo's part 4, amazing part, great villain kind of carried. Part 5, here's the thing about part 5 though, I haven't actually completed it, but I've basically seen all the important clips to the point where I've seen every important impact on Giorno and that Giorno has had on other people, to the point where I love it so much. Part 6, part 7, part 8, need to read, need to watch, and still needs, yeah, I'm waiting on those ones. And by the way, if you were trying to make a Seven Deadly Sins analysis, or like not analysis but comparison, Seven Deadly Sins is good, okay? The storyline of Meliodas never being able to be in love with Elizabeth because he's been cursed is absolutely heart-wrenching. Bond's story of never being able to be in love with the person that he loves because he is immortal and she is dead is so heart-wrenching. And the payoff for it at the end is amazing. Every other character is so good. The only part I hate about Meliodas is how much of a perv he is. All the Sin story is great. Are Diana's and King's, I'd say. Diana's and King's were kind of like lackluster in my opinion. Merlin was kind of lackluster. Merlin's built in the sequel to Seven Deadly Sins, which I don't know much about. I haven't watched. I haven't read. I don't think I will watch. I don't think I will read. Seven Deadly Sins was a perfectly fine ending in my opinion. But King is such a bad, slothful character. He never looks inwards. He was blaming Ban for a majority of the show up until later. Up until later when he actually understands like the full like everything that Bond's done for the forest and everything that like Bond has done for Elaine, his sister. Once he understands that, then he starts. Actually, now that I'm saying it, his character isn't that bad. Once he understands that, then he starts actually trying to be a king. He starts trying to work on himself so that he doesn't let what happened to Elaine happen again. After he's done blaming everyone else, he starts blaming himself, and that's actually such a great thing. He started off blaming everyone. That sucks. That was an annoying trait of his. But let's be fair and let's be real. Like if something bad happened to you, you're gonna blame others. That's just how we work. We have a hard time looking inwards. That's just how it is. But once he was able to look inwards, he does something that not a lot of people do, which is actually work on himself. I'll never forgive you for hating Toradora. I don't mind the other stuff. Alright. Okay, let me make this clear. I don't hate it. It's just not as good as a lot of other romance animes in my opinion. Alright? Toradora for me is like a B or A tier anime. High B or low A. S plus, your opinion. You can have your opinion. But I'm just gonna explain mine. I'm not a fan of the tsundere trope. Like Toradora, in my opinion, it's not something that I will like remember. What's your favorite romance anime? That's hard. Let's see. The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity is my favorite romance manga. Not anime, because it doesn't have an anime yet, but it is my favorite romance manga. But The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, let me give you a short synopsis. The main two characters are going to schools that are right next to each other. One is a girl only like high class school. One is a boys only low class school. Everyone in the high class school looks at everyone in the low class school like they're garbage. Everyone in the low class school just wants to exist. It's essentially it's similar to like Romeo and Juliet. I love it so much. And something I love so much more about it, the biggest romance anime trope I hate, or one among the biggest, is the second transfer student that comes in out of nowhere and also somehow has like this story with the guy that like no one knows about and the guy never mentions or whatever and whatnot. I hate that. And like they try to steal away the guy and they get some other guy to steal away the girl and everything. I hate it. I think I can go. If I scoot over here. Yes. Oh, I'm in the chapel. I'm in the chapel. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, you beautiful, beautiful chapel. Oh, I love you. Oh, you dance, you motherfucker. You dance.